Hey, it's Jeff back with another video, and today I'm going to try to clear up some cheating allegations for my chess.com endgame scores. This is in beta. I don't know if this will be the final product, but for now I do have the record in 8 of the 27 or 29 or so endgames that they have here. And so yeah, I've been getting the daily record, and I have the 90-day record for all 8 of those that I showed. And so I'm gonna do them today. I'll have timestamps because I'm gonna not just do them, but I'm going to show like some clips of when I've gotten some higher scores than what I might put today. That'll also show how I got certain scores and just give like a full tutorial on how you would practice and get to my scores if you wanted to. Either way, it'll clear up any forms of like cheating by me, I think. So that's the goal of this video. And if not, then I'll figure out some way to make a different video or what, I don't know. It will get to that when it comes to that. But to get started, we'll talk about the two rooks mate, which is actually, I really like this one because it's very short. And first I'll say, I don't know if I said it already, but this is very similar to speedrunning. So there will be certain things that it'll tend to do. And if you're prepared for most of the situations, then if you do it enough times, you'll get the situation that you were pre-moving. And that's kind of like the main point of how you get the scores. But on so like this first puzzle is just a checkmate in 2. I can draw arrows, yeah. And then on the second puzzle, you just kind of bring the rooks and doing like that, but you just got to be like perfect with your pre-moves. And now sometimes they can go for this rook, where you would have to move the rook over here and checkmate. Sometimes they go for that rook, where you do the opposite. And sometimes they're just in the middle, and you do this trick where you have a rook on b7, a rook on h7, the king's on c8, he has to go here, and then you checkmate there, or similar to where you're checkmating there, and you got like a rook there or something. So it's basically, this one is seeing which one they're going into more often. Are they going for this rook, or staying in the middle, and then just repeating what it's doing more often. This one you can pre-move for sure. Also another thing, it's helpful to know like when you're doing the end of this puzzle and you checkmate them, just hover your mouse over where the piece you're going to move next is. So, and then if you do this enough, there's only 5 positions. So if you're just working on one, then you'll know, okay, the queen is here. And so at this point, you checkmate them, and you're hovering ready to pick up the queen and go here. So yeah, this one is just checkmate like that. This one is if they go here, there's a really nice mate. And actually I forgot it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you go here with the king, and then you cut them off. And once you cut them off, there are 2 choices that they have, and but I will always pre-move like the same thing unless they're going into the other line more often. So like when you go here, if they go down here, you want to go up here, then they have to go here, and then you checkmate. And then if you go here and they go here, which I think they'll do, you move the rook over, they have to go here, and then you checkmate. So you see they went to the right like I predicted, and then you do that in checkmate. And eventually, like, what chess.com does is they will mix it up. So after you've been practicing one line for a while, it will switch it up on you. So it's helpful to know how to win in all the different situations and then adapt to what they're doing more often. Kind of like actual like opening prep and stuff, I think. And then sometimes they go like up, and then you have to do something similar to the second puzzle. But that's harder for me to pre-move unless you really can predict what they're doing. And this one is gonna be you gotta be really good with your pre-moves. Well, not pre-moves, but like your mouse accuracy to move this instantly, because and also, so after this you go up, over, and then checkmate. So that's what I did there. And so also on the first puzzle, getting this rook here took a lot of practice. Like I probably spent like 30 minutes or an hour just practicing or messing up because I would overshoot or undershoot. Well, this was undershoot, overshoot. Okay, so that's kind of the basis of what's going to happen, and now I'm going to try to get a sub 11. I'm not going to try to be picture perfect to get like 10. Like, you get the point. Okay, so this one time they went for the rook on the right, so I'm going to remember that. and try to bring this rook over, anticipating they're going to do the same thing again. Okay, they didn't. They just went in the middle. Okay, I'll try to take that into account. Okay, I just waited and reacted to what they did. Ooh, and I missed my rook move. And then hung everything. But that's fine. Okay, they're going into the middle, so I'm just going to restart and anticipate them going to the middle. Okay, they did. Okay, they did that, but I missed the thing. Oh, and also did the wrong move. I was supposed to go to B1 there. Okay, I missed my H6 pickup. Okay, they're still going to the middle, so just gotta be perfect. Oh god. Okay, undershot. Undershooting again. And that's the thing about like the record, like you don't see how many tries I actually put in, but it's not gonna take like that long. Like I'll probably get in the next 3. Because I know what they're doing now, I just have to be accurate. Oh god. So yeah, I messed up it right at the end there. I should also probably timestamp when I get the successful attempt. That would help. That was fun. Okay, we got it. So 10.2. Okay, so hopefully that clears that one up, like what I did. I explained, and this one was just a mate in 2. This one, you just you go up, see where they're going. This one they go into the middle, so you're just bringing the rooks here and then checkmating them like that. But sometimes they could go for one rook or the other, and you would have to bring it to the other side of the board. This one, just a checkmate there. And then this one, they go here, you have a really good line. They can just pre-move, and they go for that one most often, I found. And then this one, you just have to not mouse slip and go to C3. And then you can pre-move those, because those are all force moves. Okay, so that's the 2 rooks mate. Now the queen mate. Also, wait, let's see. 2 rooks mate, 90 day. And yeah, so we're both tied with 10, and I don't think it's possible to go faster than this. Like, because he got it first, and so I was trying to beat his record, and I got 10 multiple times where I felt like I couldn't do faster. I even got like 10.2 where I felt like I couldn't go faster, but the fact that I've gotten 10 and he's gotten 10 definitely proves that you can at least get 10 seconds when you're picture perfect. But I doubt it's possible to go under there. But you can see like the other scores, they're also in that range, so they're probably also doing a similar thing, just at a little bit slower pace. Like if I were to do this whole thing over and go for not mouse slipping, but accepting being a little slow, like I'd probably get like around 13 seconds. Yeah, so there's 13.3. So that was just me like taking my time, not trying to be like super fast. And you can see, so even if you were trying to do it normally just by using this method, you would get up here in the leaderboards, especially for daily. And with practice, you could easily get 10 seconds. Okay, so queen mate. I have 19 seconds on the daily, 15.2 seconds all time. Let me see, do any of my videos cover the queen mate? No. I do have a 10.3 2 rooks mate video, but I just did 10.2 on video, so I don't need to show that. So yeah, nothing else here. So this one, I have noticed this has gotten harder for me, although I should be able to get under 20 seconds, but I don't know if there's anything about 15 seconds that I could get today, but we'll see what happens. And the thing about this one is sometimes they'll let you checkmate them in the corner, and sometimes you need to go here. And they've been switching it up a lot more. So, okay, so they went to the corner. So I'll just assume they'll go to the corner. Oops, okay, it worked out anyway. And this one I just No, I go here first and then bring the king in, and then depending on if they're going to the corner or let me checkmate them on c7, that's what I do. So let's see what they're gonna do. Okay, they go into the middle. So first they're going to the corner, then the middle. Oopsie, I mouse slipped, but they did go into the corner as I predicted. They went to the middle. Now for this one, I actually go here, I think. I go here, then bring this up, and then sometimes check, then go up, and then again, they either go to the corner or here. Actually, that's not what I want them to do. Okay, this time they didn't go into the corner, so notice that. But they might just be, okay, they're going to the middle first now. So yes, they're going to the middle in both of these. And also, this is just a weird line. I don't see this one that often. But what I can do, oh, and then they go up. Wow, okay. So yeah, so this is like what I do. I figure out what they're going for, and I keep a count on the changes. Now this is nice. Sometimes they'll go into the corner here, and then you can pre-move this and bring the king down. When they go here, you just do this pre-move, and then you go down and checkmate them. And then this one, you just have to checkmate, and this is probably where more optimizations can happen because I'm not as perfect on this one. But yeah, I have my own kind of method of how I go about this. I kind of just, and part of it was learned from Naroditsky's Blitz articles on chess.com. He talked about being good at the king and rook one and king and queen, but the king and rook in particular, the method, which, let me see, like I'll just show, I'm gonna just make some random moves. What he learned, what I learned from his blog was you do something where you just cut off the king, and then you cut off the king, then you bring the king in, and you do stuff like that. So that I learned from Naroditsky's blogs, and that's kind of like the technique I use, so I just can pre-move a whole lot, but also anticipate as well. So we were at queen mate, and we kind of went over what was happening. So they went into the center, they went to the center. Here, I think they went to the center, and then here we want to go like that, and then we just want to just be fast. So let's try to put that together and get under 20 seconds. Okay, oh yeah, they go into the center, so we need to go to f7. They go to the center here. Oh, see, that was the one where we would have needed to go to b6 next. So I don't know which one they're going to go for. I'm going to do the same line, and if they go to the thing where I should go to b6 again, then I will just adapt to it. So yeah. So they didn't go to either one, but eventually they'll go into my line, and then we'll get a sub 20. Or I could just react to what they're doing and still get sub 20, I think. And you kind of get the point that if you keep doing the same line, eventually they will go into it. Okay, I messed up there. Okay, yeah, so they're not going into it. Also, I'm messing up. But it also doesn't really matter. I'm really just trying to see, because you see I'm failing on this one and predicting where they're going. So let's go here, let's go here. I mean, I guess I could remember that. So we're just going zigzaggy on the light squares. It's just slower because I think it's more moves than what I'm used to. Oh, okay. So it's actually not all light squares. I have to go to the dark square first. It's going to take a little bit of practice, but I'll get it. Just cut them off and then see where they're going. Oops, I messed up, but we got under 20. So again, like you could see there was a lot more that could have been done to be even faster than 19 seconds. One of them would be getting that better line in this one, especially where you go here and here, then bring the king down and then checkmate. And in this one, probably could have been a little faster. So yeah, so hopefully that clears up the queen mate and the rook mate. Because at least it is like the daily score, which might not even be beat today unless someone watches this video and then does it. But actually, no, some other people can beat it. Like, yeah, the scores are like decent. Ripley has a good chance. This guy does too. Alright, so now we're on to the rook mate. And my 90-day score is 27.5. Daily is 30. So we will try to get, let me see, because I have a doc for where I want to get for each thing. Okay, I'll try to get sub 32 seconds. And so for this one, go over there and then checkmate. This one, you go down and checkmate. This one, a really nice line is go here, 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 then bring the rook down, go all the way up, and then checkmate. And you can pause and rewind or watch when I do it to see what I mean. In this one, I just bring the rook up here, go up, and then cut him off like using the method I learned from Naroditsky, as I mentioned before. And then this one, I go down and then up and then do the same thing. Usually checkmating them on this side of the board. And there's a point where you can kind of pre-move everything. So first we'll just go through it kind of slowly and talk through it, and then, or I don't know if I should go faster first or not. No, I'll go a little bit slower first and then go for the score. So this one again, you go here, then here. You don't want to go up because they'll just chase the thing, so you make that waiting move and then go all the way and then check. Oops, and then this. Also, if you're making a pre-move, you can right-click and cancel it, so that's what happened there. And at this point, I can just pre-move all of these moves, because they're just going to go up, and then you checkmate like that. And a similar thing will happen in this puzzle. So here I'm just waiting to see what they're doing. It's possible that I can learn what they're doing here and better pre-move, but so this, you can just pre-move the end. So like that. So now we're going to go for it using that same technique and go for sub 32. And again, it helps knowing exactly where the rook is going to be for the next puzzle. And this one I could just pre-move the end. Okay, I saw I messed up a little bit there. I'm gonna just slow it down. But now I can pre-move the end again. So this is the exact same situation where I pre-moved. Oh, we got 32.1. Okay, I'll try it again for 32. Okay, I actually was hesitating there, so I'm gonna just restart. There's no need to hesitate. You can perfectly pre-move that. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Oops, okay. I canceled the pre-move, and we just pre-moved the rest of the stuff. So yeah, we got 28. And that's actually the daily score. So yeah, hope that helped. And so yeah, just pay attention to where I actually pre-move like a lot in the end, and if you do it in the practice mode, you'll see that you can actually safely pre-move that a lot. Okay, so we did 2 rooks mate, queen mate, and rook mate. And so those are all the mates that I did. I didn't bother to relearn how to do the bishop checkmate or knight checkmate. I could eventually. I'll probably wait till the thing comes out, or well, I don't really have like that much time, so I don't really care about trying to get all the records at this point. So the other records that I have are most of the pawn ones, and then the bishop versus pawns, which is pretty annoying to me since I don't know all the lines, but okay. Winning king and pawn. Do I have anything about winning king and pawn? What's this? Oh, this is drawn king and pawn. Okay, so winning king and pawn, we're just gonna try to get around 107 for the daily. My best is 101. This is very, very hard to do though. Like some other guy got 102, and I didn't even bother trying to beat his daily score because of how annoying it was to get 101. Because I think he had 104 when I beat his score to get 101. And then since then he's retaliated but only got to 102. So there's definitely some luck involved with this and getting like good lines. So let me just refresh myself on what these puzzles are. So this one is like you're going here and then just promoting. This one is similar, just basic promotion. This one you're going up and then getting the tempo move, and then you just try to get the I personally just always try to get the king here and then start pushing the pawn up, and then you get one of these other situations. And then this one, these are all just very simple. You just kind of guess which way they're gonna go, because they could when you have the opposition. And then this one you can also just pre-move. I'll just show this one. You just go up, and then here, and then you're just gonna go here, and you can just pre-move the rest of it at this point. Like this is a common end game that you should just generally know, and you can just pre-move like that. And then you just kind of try to cut them off as much as you can, bring the king in, and then it's similar to the queen end game. And then I hesitate to see where they're going. If you really want to go for the record, I would just guess, because that'll save you some seconds. And that's part of what's annoying about it, is that there's some amount of like guessing and just pre-moving and hoping that they go into the line that you see. Because if you hesitate, it'll be harder and harder to beat the record when more people know about how to get fast. Okay, so we're going to try to put all that together. There's not really much I can say about like proving my innocence on this one. It's just basic king and pawn stuff. So let's try it. Also, so the point is, it's not even the king and pawn stuff, it's your technique and the king and queen ending that's, that'll also make or break you here. I like to just put my king and queen on like light squares like that. Also, I feel like I'm messing up a lot, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, I guess perfectly there. I don't know why I tried to chase him. Okay, I guessed wrong. Guessed wrong again. Sometimes they switch it up on you, and sometimes they don't. Ooh. Okay, and this we can pre-move. Let's see, how far can we cut them off? Okay, similar to the practice one. Okay, 110. So I didn't get 107, but I got pretty close. Still well above second place for the day, and it's actually like around third place of all time. So yeah, I hope that one clears that one up at least. Just if you like, there's a lot of optimizations I could make on the king and queen part of these puzzles. So like, I'm sure my score can be beaten for these. It's only about the two rooks mate that I don't think it's possible to get faster than. Okay. Now, so we did winning king and pawn, now drawing king and pawn. So I got 23 for the daily, 15 all time. And you can see there's other people that are in this range, which shows that there are other, unless you think they're all cheating, hopefully what I do now will help clear some of it up. Also, I have a video for this one where I got 15.4, so like 0.1 second slower than the record. But I'll try to do it, I'll do it normally and then I'll show you the video. So let's see. So this one, sometimes they will give you the pawn for free. Like the king will just go to Siberia and give you this pawn. And it's not that rare. It's not that often that it happens. So like I'm not going to get anywhere near 15, I don't think. But actually, what is the score? So 23. I can go for sub 25 for sure. I'll just go, so yeah, I kind of just go up and down like this, but if they go here, they cut you off, which can be kind of annoying. But sometimes going up and down works. Also, when I first got the score, I was able to just go up, down. I was able to go up, then down, and then up again and take the pawn. Like that was a pattern that it was consistently going into for a while, but it doesn't do it as much. Okay, so you see this one time they didn't cut me off, so I was able to just keep shuffling between those squares. So yeah, here they're just shuffling there. And here they'll just make a lot of extra moves to delay stuff, which is why it's harder to get the score if they're not giving up any pawns. Okay, thought it just beat me for a second. And so yeah, at this point I just go up and down. So that was a 29-second one, so I'll try it again. Again, we're going for a sub 32, I think I said. Yeah, just looking for where you can repeat. So just go up and down. I just guessed that they were going to go there. Okay, 23. Oh, why did I say 32? I meant 23, I guess. Or, actually, I don't even know. Oh, I was going for sub 25 there. And I got 23 seconds. So yeah, so that's number one on the daily. And we see it's possible to get like under 23, but they would have to give up some pawns. So I'll show a video of me getting 15.4. You'll see what I mean. So yes, this is a video. So you see they just, I'm gonna run that back. And the reason that I had 16.4 on the puzzle before that you just saw, on the run before it, was because they were going into similar lines. So again, when they give you good lines, they'll give you good lines for like for a certain window of time, and then eventually they'll switch it up. So like, what did I do first here? I think I went down, up, down, to the side, and then I did that. So yeah, so if you were to try that now, it just wouldn't work. But if you tried enough times, it might work eventually. This was also like on the 22nd of April, so I don't know if they like got rid of some of the easier lines or not, but I still encounter it sometimes. But I'll just let the video play. So you just gave up that pawn for free. You can see there's a lot of similarities. Oh yeah, and they gave that pawn away for free in that one. And then they just gave me like that repetition. So yeah, if they're giving you pawns for free like that, that's how you get the high scores. And I got that one on video, so you can see. I mean, I'm all for if they want to like actually make it so that doesn't happen and reset the scores. Like, I'll still be able to get among the top scores just by like what I've shown you. But it's like doing it enough times until they give you like a pawn. So let's see if we just do this for a while. Let's see if we get a line where they just give us a pawn. Actually, they probably really won't. So I started with like E1 on that one. Yeah, they're not doing it. No, but if you ask anyone that's like been doing these king and pawn ones for a while, you'll see that. Oh, see this one. They just gave me that pawn for free, so that saves a whole lot of time. I still only got 23 seconds because I was just like messing around, but you can see like they gave me the same pawn in the video, like this one. They did something like that. And you can see that on my first run, if they had given me that line instead of making me repeat, that this would have been sub 20 easily. So it's like, and then they have to give you two lines where they give you the pawn for free, and you can get even closer to 15. So that's kind of what it is. It's just a grind until they give you good lines where they give you pawns. So that one I could understand. Like if you just wasn't like sure how it was possible to get those scores, it's like speedrunning strats. Sometimes you get lucky with some things, but and you just have to repeat and drill it enough until you get it, and also just be better at your execution. So now intermediate wins. So this one, 1 minute 15 seconds. I'll try to do the short ones first. Intermediate draws. We'll do intermediate draws first. Also, we're done with this, and we do have some stuff for intermediate draws. I have a video of my 38.8 run. My score for 90 day is 34.9. And actually, that was a daily, so I got this recently. So this one, you want to go down and here, and then repeat. Although sometimes you go down, they'll do this, and then you go here, and then they're winning. But then you just restart. Most of the time, you're going down in here. This one, you want them to capture, and then you like eat those pawns up. If they just push the pawn, you're not going anywhere in terms of records. This one, you want to go up here and do this, and you want to hope that, yeah, you don't want this unless they give you a draw here. Like, yeah, they're going for this pawn, making you do this. You don't want that. You're not going to get the record doing that. What you want to do is ideally you have a situation where they extend the king too far, and then they push the pawn up, and you're blocking them in, and you can repeat down here. Or a second alternative is if you get to the point where the king is here, and then you're just repeating here because they don't want to give up the pawn on this side of the board. If you get something where they're going here, and then you're chasing the king, and then doing this draw, and then sometimes they go here, block you off, you have to go up, and then they go away, and then you go doing like this again, that's just going to be like a bad time. So I would just restart there immediately. And then this one, there'll be some stuff that we'll talk about. You just start here, and when they ever push this pawn, you go here, and then pre-move to recapture. And then you can just shuffle the king between these squares all the time. When you're going for scores, I'd recommend just keep shuffling the king. There will be one wrinkle in this plan, and well, actually two wrinkles. One, when the king gets somewhere up here, you can move this pawn and then do that. But at some point, they might move this pawn. They might move this pawn first and then this pawn. And so when they move this pawn, you gotta prepare to recapture here. And if you recapture, if you're hovering to recapture, you're wasting time when you could have been pre-moving this. So like if you get a line where they don't move these pawns and you can just pre-move this, then you have a good shot at getting the score. So you might grind it out until you get that line. Also, maybe they'll push this pawn earlier, so if you're just preparing for this, you could grind that out. Maybe they'll get that line. If you're reacting to it, can't guarantee you'll get the absolute best scores, but you might get you'll definitely get much better than you currently do, even without pre-moving, just by knowing like these scenarios. And then this one, this is a hard one. There are some lines. If you start with this. If they go up here, I believe you go here, but usually I'll go here, then you go here. If they go here, you want to go here, and then if they go here, you want to bring here. So it's kind of opposite, and eventually you'll get some situation where they might move some pawns, or like I'll mess this up a lot, but sometimes I'll get it. Let's see what they do. So they go up here, so I think you go here, take the opposition, or maybe not. No, this is a loss. Okay, so this doesn't work. Oh, actually, no, that was the wrong first move. And now they do this. See, I'm actually have to brush up on this, or just hope I get the line that I know. Because I do not know. I meant to take the opposition there. I'm just taking the opposition. And then I'll just do this for the draw. So it'll be something like this. So hopefully you just get a line where you can draw. And those tips in the beginning should help, that if you go here, they go here, then you go over again. And if they go here, you go here. If they go here, you go here. And then just try to figure out from there. You could just like practice it more and just get the possibilities down, but that's kind of how it goes. And then if they do some other stuff, I'll easily mess it up. So again, that's why it's like speedrunning. You don't have to be like, doesn't mean you're good at chess that you do these. It just means that you know these lines and you can execute them fast. So we're gonna go for sub 1 minute on intermediate draws. And actually, let me just check. Oh, so I had 34 seconds. So because I had just beaten the world record. You can see on the 90-day, second place is 43 seconds, and third place is 1 minute. So sub 1 minute is pretty decent. For now, at least. Like after this video, everyone will get sub 1. Wait, am I doing intermediate draws? Yeah, I am doing intermediate draws. Okay, I just got confused for a second. Okay, they're wasting a lot of my time here. Okay. They didn't go for the line where they capture, so we just had to restart. Okay, this line I like. You can just move up and down. Hopefully that bug doesn't... Okay, the bug happened where it moved automatically because I was pre-moving. So if you look at the... Well, if you're in the beta, I did reply to the topic where this bug happened and other people uploaded videos of the same thing. Here they actually did what I wanted, but that's not what I want because now we had to go all the way like here, so that would just waste more time. So that wasn't going to work for many reasons. So I'm not going to pre-move on the second puzzle so it doesn't make the moves automatically. They do give me the good line. Okay, see, like it's moving the king automatically. Like I don't want that to happen. Actually, let me just refresh. Okay, so now I'm gonna go slow. Okay, it didn't take the pawn, so restart. So yeah, it's annoying when, one, they don't go for the line, but two, when chess.com is being buggy, there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so here, I didn't pre-move, and it didn't make the move automatically. Oh, they might give me a repeating line. Okay, so this one we go up here, then move the king there, then just move the king between these squares until they do something over here. Then we push the pawn up, and then pre-move to capture, then go king back, and then go up and down. They move the king up, okay. So they might be moving this pawn soon. And if not, okay, so that was one I could have just pre-moved. Oh no, it's this line. Okay, I think I could just pre-move this. Yeah, so we got sub 1. So yeah, so that's how that goes. So I hope that cleared that. Oh, I can show you the video of my 38.8 run. So this was going to be coming up. I think I restart on this one, and then I'll do it. So yeah, they faked me out. They didn't take the pawn, but that's very rare. And so this one I was able to... Oh, I actually didn't pre-move there either. So yeah, this is the line I'm talking about, where you can cut them in the corner. If you get this, that's very helpful. And that's what, and this is the, if I go back, this is the thing where I was saying if the king was up here or something, you can move this pawn, and they're never going to take this pawn, or else you would just queen. But you also don't have to worry about them taking this pawn. Although now that I made this video, maybe chess.com will change it, so sometimes they'll take that pawn and make you have to be more on your toes. But for now, you just shuffle the king and don't worry about it. The only thing you have to worry about is if they move the f pawn, then you take, and then you can just pre-move. Yes, this is similar to what we had. But you can see the difference between this and the score I just got now was this puzzle. This one right here, where they go down and then they just kind of box themselves in. Okay, so that's intermediate draws. Okay, so we're doing intermediate wins now, so the longer ones. This is just basic king and pawn, and then it turns into your queen and king technique. This is also similar, you're just going here. You can pre-move this up to like promoting the pawn pretty much. This one you could also pre-move. You're gonna really try to hold on to the pawn, so you're going for this pattern. This one you're just doing an underpass, and then opposition and basic king and pawn, and then when your queen stuff. This one, hopefully you know this from the in-game books. Wait, yeah, it's that, and then you just see what they do. So you have to react. So I wouldn't risk guessing and pre-moving there. Although maybe at some point the difference between the road record will be guessing which way they're gonna take. But let's try to go for sub 1 minute 20 seconds. And sub 120 would put me in like third place here. So that should be good enough to dispel any whatchamacallits. Wait, intermediate draw is giving away pawns. Oh, I have another intermediate draw video. So this is one of the first puzzle where they just give up the pawn, and you can do it like within 4 seconds. So that's all the videos I have there. So now we're going to do intermediate wins. Again, go for sub 120. And actually, I'm getting better at this king and queen part. Like, I'm getting a better intuition of when to, ooh, sometimes I go for the pawn and take it, but not often. Oh wow, I was not looking. And yeah, this is similar to that other king and pawn that we could just pre-move. And sometimes I actually hang my queen on these, which is hilarious. Oh, they got me again. So they were just picking up that pawn and then bringing the king to help. Okay, we got sub 120. Okay, how long have I been going for? 42 minutes? Okay. Now, the next one that I've done is bishop versus pawns, which this one is kind of normal. Like anyone that does this, they'll be able to beat me. Like there's nothing fancy going on here. It's just knowing how to do all of these. And I mess up on this one a lot, so we're just gonna go through it until I get it. Basically, you're just trying to make a queen, and there's 2 light squares you can go to. They have a light square bishop. There's 1 light square here. So what you want to do is at least move that pawn, and then at least move that pawn. And you have your choice of going here or pushing that, I think. But when they go here, it's harder because if they're like, I don't know how to win all the situations where they're going like this. But sometimes they'll just give up stuff anyway. Okay, yeah, actually, I'm not even gonna mess with that. Ooh, that was not the right way. Rookie mistake. So yeah, they're not moving the pawn, so I'll be able to pick stuff up later. And I just stay on the dark squares for the most part. If you go to a light square with the king, they'll just check you. And eventually they will give up the bishop. Oh, I could have taken that pawn. I'll try to win the bishop here. Okay, so that's not too bad. Sometimes I'm a lot slower at that. This one, I bring the king here, bring the bishop all the way around, then go for here. Wait, no, that actually messed up. Or did I? No, I didn't mess up. Actually, I can't tell. No, because if I take and take, they draw. Wait, I can go here, I think. Oh, wait, now I can't catch it, right? Yeah, I cannot catch the pawn. Okay. And again, because you have to be okay, now they're going for that again. Because you have to be very fast, like there's a better chance of me doing it if I just took my time and thought about it. But you're also trying to get the record and stuff, so okay, it's lagging. Okay, here we go. Just stay on dark squares, try to corner them. Now let's try to win the bishop. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, no, that was a wasted move. So go up here, then we go here. Now we take. We don't take there because they'll get a draw, so we can take this pawn, and if they push, we go here. Now they're going for this, we go here, and when we're planning to go here, they cut us off, so we can go up. They go up again, we'll push this pawn. Now we can do this, they'll go after the bishop. We just move out the way. When they attack it, they're going to push the pawn, we take the pawn, we make a queen, and now we're at the king and queen ending that we've seen a million times. Okay, this one can be tricky too. So they gave me a good line here, which I do mess up lately more often though. If they were to move the king closer, you would have to like cut off the pawns. I don't know where the pawns were in the start, but maybe I'll remember to look at that later. They're just gonna give up or make me give up the bishop, and then I have to outflank them. Sometimes I end up drawing this position, which is very bad. Yeah, like here I might even draw. Let's see, what do we do here? It's not that. Take the opposition, I guess. You don't want to do this because they'll go here and get a draw. But the problem is if you go here, they go here. Wait, oh, and then you go down here. Then here. No, that just repeats again. Uh-oh. Yeah, my coach would be disappointed. What do I do here? I'm gonna try this. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I'm bad at endgames. Nothing else is new though. Okay, they go for that, so we just restart. This is why I hate this one, because I mean all it takes is like a little bit of study to figure out what I'm doing wrong in that situation, but I don't care about it enough to figure it out right now. It's like the best people at Puzzle Rush aren't necessarily the best at chess. Like you can just memorize a lot of puzzles. Um, it's a similar thing for this as well. But I do find like this whole mode very useful for like your mouse speed and bullet. So we get in a similar line to before. Okay, I don't want to drop off. So I'll just hide the bishop. And I just want to get this complete, so I'm not even that stressed. So yeah, if they go here, you would have had to go here to cut off the pawns. And then there's some more tricky stuff to go over, but just like play it, see what you're doing wrong after, and you'll be okay. Okay, we've got the same situation. Let's try to figure it out. Okay, we got it. Okay, this is like a, you just kind of have to know it. It's like a study in a way. You move this bishop, and then you can push this pawn, and if they take the bishop, you're going to queen. And this one, similar thing. And the cool thing about this, because this is the wrong bishop, it's covering the white square, and if the king gets to this corner, it's a draw. So you go here, now notice all these squares are cut off, and then the king cuts off like the only other access to this pawn. So then you just bring the king up, move the bishop out the way, get the queen, I'll just hide the bishop, and then go for the stuff. Although I do worry about stalemating with this. So I'll move the bishop. Actually, that doesn't really help me that much. Okay, and this one is just easy. They're just gonna give up some stuff and then move this pawn. Sometimes I mouse slip there and then I get very upset with myself. And sometimes I promote to knight there and then it's like, well, I don't know the bishop and knight mate, so yeah, this is why there's a million things that make this. Ooh, I wonder if I almost stalemate it there. So yeah, 3 minutes. My best is 2 minutes 25, but you can see how much time I wasted. And okay, so that was a 51-minute video. I went over all 8 of the things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I put any time into. Went over all the tips and tricks that I know for the most part, showed some videos of some of my best scores for some of these, and hopefully that clears up any suspicions of cheating. If not, let me know what else I could do differently. And yeah, so hopefully, yeah, just hopefully this gives you all the information you need to understand how the top scores are possible. Just a lot of practice, basically. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will timestamp these. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll get it done.